Bereshith, Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, Elohim created the Shemayim and the Eretz. And the Eretz was formless and empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Ruach of Elohim was moving on the surface of the Mayim. And Elohim said, "Let light come to be." And light came to be. And Elohim saw the light that it was good, and Elohim separated the light from the dark. And Elohim called the light Yom, and the dark he called Layla. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first Yom. And Elohim said, "Let space come to be in the midst of the Mayim, and let it separate the Mayim from the Mayim." And Elohim made space, and separated the Mayim which were under the space from the Mayim which were above the space. And it was so. And Elohim called the space the Shemayim. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second Yom. And Elohim said, "Let the Mayim under the Shemayim be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And Elohim called the dry land Eretz, and the collection of the Mayim he called Yamayim. And Elohim saw that it was good. And Elohim said, "Let the Eretz bring forth grass, the plant that yields seed, and a fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the Eretz." And it was so. And the Eretz brought forth grass, and a plant that yields seed according to its kind, and a tree that yields fruit whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good, and that there was evening, and that there was morning, the third Yom. And Elohim said, "Let lights come to be in the space of the Shemayim, to separate the Yom from Layla, and let them be for signs and appointed times, and for Yomim and years, and let them be for lights in the space of the Shemayim, to give light on the Eretz." And it came to be so. And Elohim made two great lights, the greater light to rule the Yom, and a lesser light to rule the Layla, and also the stars. And Elohim said, "Set them in the space of the Shemayim, to give light on the Eretz, and to rule over the Yom and over the Layla, and to separate the light from the darkness." And Elohim saw that it was good. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the fourth Yom. And Elohim said, "Let the Mayim teem with shoals of living creatures, and let birds fly above the Eretz on the facial surface of the Shemayim." And Elohim created great sea creatures and every living creature that moves, with which the Mayim teemed according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good. And Elohim blessed them, saying, "Bear fruit and increase, and fill the Mayim in the Yamim, and let the birds increase on the Eretz." And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the fifth Yom. And Elohim said, "Let the Eretz bring forth the living creature according to its kind, livestock and creeping creatures and beasts of the Eretz according to its kind." And it came to be so. And Elohim made the beast of the Eretz according to its kind, livestock according to its kind, and all that creep on the Eretz according to its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good. And Elohim said, "Breathe into the Nesha, Adam, and shared essence with a shared character, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the Shemayim, and over the livestock, and over all the Eretz, and over all the creeping creatures that creeps on the Eretz." And Elohim created the man in his essence. In the essence of Elohim he created him. Male and female he created them. And Elohim blessed them. And Elohim said to them, "Bear fruit and increase, and fill the Eretz and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the Shemayim, and over all creatures moving on the Eretz. And Elohim said, See, I have given you every plant that yields seed, which is on the face of all the Eretz, and every tree whose fruit yields seed. To you it is for food, and to every beast of the Eretz, and to every bird of the Shemayim, and to every creeping creature on the Eretz, in which there is life. Every green plant is for food. And it came to be so. And Elohim saw all that he had made, and see, it was very good. And it came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the sixth Yom.